This is the third and final part to getting to know Recall AI. Last time we covered the quiz tab and the review tab. This time we will be covering connections, graph, to shoot the bigger graph, and the settings. It will just give you an overview of all of the connections in the article you're currently looking at. Simple, it'll tell you, and then you can see that there's a little 1 next to these two and a 2 next to this. That is shown better if we go to the graph. So you can see Beth Shapiro has our, we click on this, this happens, which this is actually the connection, this is the web of all of our articles, all 3 of these articles. So the yellow dot here is the article we're currently on. Scientists say they have resurrected the direwolf, and it is all of the connection words as they split out. You can see that it is splitting with a light blue arrow. And then as we go over here, we can see a dark blue arrow is connected to the return of the direwolf, which is this article. And based on this, we can see that both of these articles mention Ben Lamb, Beth Shapiro, and Colossal Biosciences. In addition, the video scientists direwolf brought back from extinction after 13,000 years, we can see mentions Colossal Biosciences, the woolly mammoth, and the direwolf. Obviously, this one mentions the direwolf, but it didn't automatically generate the thing, so it's not perfect. And sometimes you might have to go in and say, yep, direwolf is a link in this article, and we can actually do that right now. So let's go back to our notebook and direwolf. And then, now if we go back to our graph, let's expand all of these. We can see that now the graph has changed. All 3 articles are now pointing at Colossal Biosciences and direwolf. And you'll see each article has their own arrow of its own color. So here we have light blue, dark blue, and green. So it helps you get at a glance how many articles are actually connected to the thing by the colors. Continuing with this, we can go to our graph. Currently, when you click graph, it automatically does a graph of all of your articles. This graph looks similar to the other one, but you can kind of mix it up. Another part of Recall is the tags articles have. So if we go home, we can click it, they're just right up here. You can add your own tags to help filter, which helps when working with the graph. So for instance, these 2 are articles, so I actually gave both of these the article tab. It's pretty simple. You just click the little plus. This is already here, but you can just type it. Article, enter, and now there. So when we're in the graph, I can click the article header, and now this is only showing my article or my cards that have the article tag, which would be these 2. Finally, Recall has its settings, which simple, dark or light mode. I use dark mode. Our default action for it can automatically open up the reader. You can have it generate the concise or detailed summary. I prefer just a nice concise summary. You can have it translate articles from their list. Your search language for when you're using the search function when actually making a card. You have your Recall Review email, which will send you a reminder. Hey, we have questions for you to review every day, and it'll only send if you actually need to review for that day. So if you're getting everything right, you will get these often if you use them. You can open your extension settings, which here we go. You can augment your browser to highlight entities you have seen before as you browse. You can enable the widget. You can set it to autosave. Personally, I turned this off because of something we'll get to later, and you can also have it translate summaries. Going back to the main one, you can export your data to Markdown, the whole file. You can subscribe to the premium, we'll get to that, or you can delete your account. So, upgrading to Recall Plus. This is the biggest downside of Recall. So, monthly, $10 a month to get all this. You do yearly for $7 a month for the entire year, and that's what this little Thunderbolt is. 6 out of 10. I have made 6 articles total on Recall, which means you might have noticed I only actually have 3 articles here. If you make an article and then delete it, that article is still in your 10 limit. So you could use it for a small project, but if you want to continue using Recall for any large projects, you will have to pay eventually. This is the end of part 3 of our Getting to Know Recall AI. We have covered everything from creating a card, using the browser extension, working with those connection words so you can make a graph to see how all of your cards are connected, how you can set up questions, and even or have the program make them for you so you can then review them later, and what sort of settings you have at your disposal to fully customize it. I hope that you have thoroughly learned how to use Recall AI from these videos.